anything weird.
Did you just say anything weird?
Isn't it funny how the printer...
Okay, YouTube is live.
Hello! I am Tara, the
Facebook
author
is
of
now
the
with us.
Dining on a Dime cookbook.
What?
Eat better, spend less. See, it says it right there. Eat better, spend less. If you just read what it says, it will happen.
If it says there, you know it's true.
If you read this book, you will eat better, and then you will spend less.
Yay.
Today we are showing you how to make easy chocolate chip muffins. If you want one of the best chocolate chip muffin recipe out there, this is it.
Yes. Yes, this is the best chocolate chip muffins recipe.
Okay, so.
It's Jill's.
No, this one's not. This one's
not?
mine. Thank
Oh.
you very much.
Oh, the one you gave me. Wait, is that the same one? You had me
Oh.
linked to Mom's Sweet Muffins.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oops, wrong muffin recipe. Oh, well,
Oops.
that's okay. It'll work too.
Well, it's lovely and amazing and delicious too.
Actually, it's not really that much different.
That's what I was wondering.
Let's see. It's not too much different. Mom uses a couple more ingredients, but...
All right, I didn't check the Facebook side. Whoa, it says Living on a Dime is live.
Wait. But this is Grandma's handwriting.
Maybe it's Mom, like your mom's mom.
It's not Mom's recipe, it's Grandma's recipe.
Well, when it says Mom's Sweet Muffins, maybe your mom wrote it.
Oh my! All these years I have been living a lie.
Hi, Christine. Good to
So
see
is
you.
Mom Grandma or is it my mom? Or is it me, Mom?
Or could it be great grandma?
Maybe we should have named it 3 Moms Sweet Muffins.
3 moms?
Yes.
Yeah.
3 Moms Sweet Muffins.
Oh, Becky says, hello everyone, love you guys, and your book is amazing.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Well,
Dining on a Dime cookbook. So, 25% off the very last day, the final hours. The clock is ticking. We should have got a ticking clock.
Tick, tick, tick.
The final
25% off, and you get a free menus from Dining on a Dime for Mother's Day. Our Mother's Day sale is almost over. One of our 2 best sales, Mother's Day and Black Friday, are our 2 biggest sales of the year.
And if you're saying, what do you mean Mother's Day sale? It's only April. That's so that
You
people
can
can get the book before then. Yeah.
So these are the menus that use the recipes in Dining on a Dime. Okay? So, livingonadime.com, click on the store up the top, and the coupon code is
Mother's Day, all one word.
Mother's Day. So today we are showing you how to make easy chocolate chip muffins.
Yum.
Did I do good?
Yes.
And I can't believe I actually did this.
I love this chocolate chip muffins recipe. Okay.
Is this the best chocolate chip muffins you've ever had?
Yes.
Do you want to know how to make chocolate chip muffins easy peasy lemon squeezy?
Sure.
In case you guys are wondering what we're doing, it's a thing called SEO, search engine optimization, and now YouTube goes on how many times you say a word
Well, you can't do
in
it too
a thing.
much.
So we're being silly doing it. So
It's a sort of a private joke, but now you're in on it.
They're always in on everything, aren't they? I actually pay full price for chocolate.
Dad,
I can't believe I did that.
change the YouTube title, Dad.
Oh no, is the YouTube title wrong?
Still using Easter egg leftovers.
What?
Golden
Well,
Ribbon
this is
Sunshine.
using Easter leftovers.
No, I know, but that's
But
not
it's
the...
Easter egg leftovers.
I thought I changed it. Maybe I didn't.
There you
Well,
go.
obviously, it's not on there, but...
Okay, so I actually had to go buy
Thanks for the heads up, y'all.
chocolate to do this. But here's the thing. If your kids... See, my kids didn't have this problem because they really only have one grandparent. So we don't have this problem in our family. But if your kids, and especially if, oh my goodness, if you have divorced parents, this could really get out of hand. I can see how some people can have issues with this. But let's say you have 2 sets of parents on mom's side and 2 sets of parents on dad's side if you come from divorced families. And everybody's getting the kids the chocolate bunnies and the chocolate Easter eggs and all this, and the kids are overwhelmed with chocolate, okay? So, let's say you have this problem. We're going to show you what to do with it, okay? Now, I went into the wrong side of Walmart, and they had these in with the Easter stuff, but the actual Easter candy was clear on the other side of the food, and I was late going to the doctor. So, I had to get an Easter cross, and I almost feel sacrilegious doing this.
Breaking up a crossword.
I almost
You didn't find any bunnies?
Well, I didn't want to have to walk clear over to the store. Oops, well, there, it just took care of part of it. Okay, so, if you...
Am I supposed to look for that other recipe? Or just this one?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'll just wing it.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to take a plastic bag, throw your chocolate bunnies in there, and just...
Ruthless.
Well, that
man.
didn't
break.
work.
That one
Why
didn't
is the
break.
chocolate not breaking?
It's the cross. The mighty cross.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, normally it breaks into small pieces. Oh my. Oh, it's semi-melted.
It's a little warm.
Oops. Okay, so make sure it's not warm. Okay, that did not work. So we'll go to step 2, shall we? Okay, so if that doesn't work, then you can just take and grate it up. See how nicely that grates? See, it just
Oh, can you see it on
goes,
there?
yep,
Okay.
Yeah.
just goes really nice. Well, this is just really not working out like I had anticipated. Okay, well, when step 2 doesn't work, then you go to step 3. And you just break it up into little pieces here. I think it'll get, since it's soft, I think it'll get stuck in the chopper blades. I know, I was thinking about that. Okay, so we'll just break this up into little pieces here with our fingers. And yeah. So get all of this done, like, well, sort of. Okay. Well, you gotta love live TV, right? Okay. So, when all of that doesn't work, then you just go for it. All right. So we're gonna make, so the recipe is for Mom's Sweet Muffins. I'm doing my recipe for, on page 86 in the 20th anniversary edition. This one's my recipe for basic muffins. Isn't that cute? This was, I think brownies was my first recipe in home ec, and basic muffins was my second recipe in home ec. Isn't that cute?
Yep.
Just a moment. That's a moment with Tara. Okay, so we're making the basic recipe, but you can use Mom's Sweet Muffins. It doesn't really matter. All right, so we're going to get the flour. First, we're going to turn the oven on because it's not hot enough in here as it is.
Jody says, my kids love doing that. I had them hitting chicken breasts the other night to flatten them out for a recipe, and they had a blast.
There you go. Now here's a couple of tips. You guys like my new jar from Big Lots? Isn't that cute? I needed new canisters. Super happy. My old one broke. I keep my measuring cup in here. Somehow my 1 cup disappeared. I don't know where it went to, so I'm using a half a cup, but I just leave it continually in the canister. Then I don't have to wash a measuring cup every time. Okay, and let's get our salt in
Des
here.
says her nails are beautiful today.
Oh, thank you. I did an Easter theme. You like the Easter theme?
up.
Can you see the Easter theme? Up. Oh,
There
there.
you
Can
go.
you see the Easter theme?
Yeah.
Isn't that Eastery?
So, do you
Okay.
care to say? Susan asked, "What is the name of the nails that you're wearing right now?" She
These
likes
are
them. Everyone likes them.
Impress from Walmart. It's $5 and you get 2 uses out of the package, so it's like $2.50. Yep. Okay, and then, excuse me,
Well, they work pretty well.
the baking powder.
Your mom says that's my recipe, not Grandma's.
Well, this is Grandma's handwriting. Look it. That's Grandma's handwriting. That's not your handwriting.
Yeah, it does look like that.
Isn't that weird?
Oh, Ramona says today's our 32nd wedding anniversary. Happy
Oh,
anniversary.
happy anniversary. And then we're going to put in our sugar. Now, Mom and I were talking about this today. We're going to start doing a basics on cooking series. And I don't know, we probably won't do it live. We'll probably do it like taped as soon as I'm done with my soap stuff. But don't mix all your dry ingredients in one bowl and then all your wet ingredients in another bowl. That just wastes energy washing bowls. So what I do is I put all of my dry ingredients in and I just take a whisk and then I just whisk them up and get all my dry ingredients mixed together so there's no lumps of baking powder or anything like that, okay? Then, and I don't do the egg beaten part. I mean, you can, but I don't know why people do that. And I even have it in the book. And that's
People
just 'cause
have
that's
50 steps extra on everything.
yeah, they do. Okay, so then we've got our, oops, oh dear. Okay, so then we have our milk and our egg and our oil right here. And then we're just going to whisk, whisk, whisk away. Now, this, oh, I meant to stir it. Oops, I didn't mean to whisk it. What was I thinking? I'm not thinking. I just got back from the doctor's office. The neurologist, and so my brain is fried from going to the brain doctor.
But did they confirm that you had a brain?
No, they haven't confirmed that yet. They're confirming that on Friday that I have a brain.
Okay.
That's when I get my MRI. Okay, so I'm gonna mix up the batter here. Get it all going. There you go. All that yummy goodness.
Music Mad says Tara, a knife can fix a multitude of problems, although I'm not sure. For Tara, it might mean a hospital visit.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so then you just pour in your leftover Easter bunny, or in our case, cross here. All right, now, I don't think I had quite enough milk in there. Now we're going to take, I need a new muffin tin. Again, you guys can see I use my muffin tin all the time. This recipe, guys, literally takes me 2 minutes to mix up when I'm not yakking. I mean, I'm kind of stalling for the show here, but I'm basically done almost. And so, now I will tell you, I spray my little muffin cups. So frankly, I really don't know why I don't just, I don't know. I guess just because I don't like cleaning the muffin pan. Okay. So, is this not like one of the best inventions in the whole entire world for all you cooks out there? I just think it's wonderful. Okay. So now we're going to take our muffin mix and we're going to put it in each little cup.
Renee says, what a great use of extra Easter candy. Yeah, it's
Yes.
funny, when I was a kid, we got so much that I remember living in Texas, if I didn't eat it fast enough, the ants would get it.
Ooh,
It's
gross.
like an ant parade in our bedrooms.
And that is why I don't live in Texas anymore, folks. I was in Texas for 6 months, and that was 6 months too long for me. No offense to any present company who's living in Texas at the moment. I can think of several good viewers that we have that live there.
The people are nice, the weather, and animals. Yeah.
Now, what are some other uses for Easter bunnies? You can chop them up and put them in milkshakes. You could chop them up and put them in homemade ice cream for chocolate chip ice cream. You can melt it and make fondue, chocolate dipping, whatever you want. You can dip chocolate covered strawberries chocolate covered graham crackers and make little mini s'mores, anything like that. There's tons and tons of things that you can do with them. Anything you would use chocolate chips in, you can use your chopped up bunnies. Let's see.
So do you have a moment for a nails question again?
Another nail question. Man, my nails really made an impression today.
Sabrina asked, what kind of glue do you use on the nails from Walmart?
Okay, so just a second and I'll get to that for you. Okay, so that's it, guys. I really stalled on these, but really, this is a 2-minute recipe. I don't count baking time because I'm getting other stuff done while they're baking.
We don't just sit around the house while they're baking.
No, I don't just sit around the house while they're baking. That's it. Easy peasy. So these particular nails, these Impress, okay, right here, Impress at Walmart, they have the stickies tabs on the back. And you don't use glue. But here's the thing, I have found these actually stick better than the glue. And so I love these. They had a coupon. You know how they have the coupon thing at the end with the product sometimes? So I grabbed like a whole bunch of those and I bought them. So for me, they were like $3.50 or $4. That's pretty good manicure. Cheap manicure. All right, so Dining on a Dime Cookbook, Tara's Basic Muffin Recipe on page 86. It is one of the first recipes that I ever had. And
oh, yeah.
So my first recipe, second recipe in home ec. It was my second recipe in home ec.
Wow.
And that was when they had home ec, because they don't have home ec anymore.
In most
So,
cases.
Anyway.
I think in some schools.
So that's pretty quick, guys. So I'm going to sit and cut soap while we chit chat with you guys. Here, this is getting down to the last of my soaps. The last. I may make 1 or 2 more loaves next week, and then I'm done. I may have to be done before then, but we'll see.
Violet asked us to give a shout out, happy 63rd birthday to her mom, Robin.
Wow, happy
63rd birthday,
Robin. Wow. Okay, so should we tell them what this is?
Sure. We should.
Do you want to do the honors?
No. You want to do
Come
the
up to
honors.
release our house information, though.
It's not our house information, but should I go ahead and...
I don't know if
Well, does it matter if it has the price?
No, I don't know. Does it matter about this, maybe? I have no idea.
Hold on.
All right.
Just in case we don't want to like get ourselves in trouble here. Okay. We'll just sticky. Okay, so they're
Maybe
not...
you should do it this way.
So they're...
Oh, you don't want to put the amount?
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay. Okay, you guys ready? You want to see what this is? Okay, this is big. We have to do a drum roll. Okay, you ready?
You
know what that is? This is our last check for our mortgage.
Woohoo! Yay! We need to sing us a song. Yay!
It doesn't even feel like it's our mortgage check, does it?
It's kind of weird, guys. It
It
doesn't.
doesn't feel like we're paying off our mortgage. I don't know. So we're going to address this puppy, throw it in the mail
Yay!
tomorrow,
Just
and
think.
May 1st, we won't have a house payment.
Yay! Well, this is the May 1st payment, right? Sort of.
Oh, it is?
Well, kind of. We told him
Oh.
that we asked him for an estimate on May 1st.
Oh, okay. Well, June 1st, we won't have a house payment.
Jack, come here.
Wow.
Yes, that is awesome.
Are you guys proud of us? Yeah.
So Jack, Stormy says, why do cows have hooves and not feet?
Hoofs and not feet.
Yep.
Because they say moo. I don't know.
She says because they lactose. Like,
Oh, because
You
they
know what
like
lactose
this.
No.
it's like something that's in the milk.
Lactose
It's-
is the sugar in milk.
But they lactose.
Oh.
That's what it is. Jack's like, what?
This one is cucumber melon cucumber mint. It got a little high on the cucumber and a little low on the mint for the colors, but oh my goodness, smell that one.
Yum. Yeah.
Mike, yesterday when I was making, Mike was like, "Oh man, the whole house smells so good."
I could smell it all the way on the other side of the house and outside in the middle of the backyard. Or the back garden. as it were.
Homemade soapmakingSupplies.com. 40% sale.
When does that one end?
I'm trying to close the store May 1st. I'm trying to close it May 1st. So it's going through April 30th, hopefully. I'm not guaranteeing it, but that's what I'm really shooting for. So 40% off everything, all of my soaps, even these new ones, guys, even the new ones. I have cucumber mint in here. I have this is a big 5.5 to 6 ounce shampoo bars. I've got the rustic oatmeal and honey bars. I have the gun. This is the black and white, the gun bars for Father's Day. I have the clean cotton.
Let me smell.
That smelled good.
Yep.
Clean cotton. We've got the little unicorn with the rubber ducky. These are all 40% off. The bedtime. This one smells like Johnson's baby bath. Oh man, that smells really good. I'm keeping that
Yum.
one for me. And my Dead Sea salt scrub right there. And my goat milk cream. Oh, it's over there. My little jars of goat milk cream. All of that is 40% off. So I know it's a great big ad, guys, but thanks to you, we were able to get this.
Yay!
So I'm going to close my soap store every month.
So, a lot of people saying good job on the house payoff, guys.
Thank you.
And Delia says, I love your show. Thank you.
Aw, thanks. Yeah, we have worked our buns off. And I'll tell you guys, how did we pay off our house? I'll tell you how we paid our house off. We are driving a $500 car that the mechanic said the engine could fall out any day yesterday.
Well, to be fair, we didn't realize that was the issue until yesterday. I took it in to get the alignment because it was pulling to the left, and they were like, I don't know. It looks like the engine mount on the top might be broken, and I was thinking, oh.
So we could be driving along one day, and the engine could literally fall out, which would not be good. But
Well, it's funny because we were just wanting to keep it long enough to pay off,
the house.
And then we were going to get a different one
Yeah.
like mine, which cost us $3,000. Well, no, actually maybe something a little bit nicer
I
for
can
Tara.
I don't know. I want a Toyota Highlander so I can haul stuff a little bit easier, but I don't know. I may just go and get another Camry.
If
We'll
you're new
see.
around here, we pay cash for our cars.
Yep.
So we were kind of wanting to pay off the house first and then do that. And mostly we buy Camrys. But Tara was thinking, she likes to haul a lot of stuff. So she was kind of thinking it might be nicer to have what did you say, a Highlander?
Yeah, Highlander would be nice.
That's fabulous. That's awesome. Oh, I'm
That's a
jealous.
stereotypical
You know what?
mom.
Actually, what's funny about, thank you. Oh, man, we sure appreciate that, guys.
What? What did they do?
Everyone's just saying, that's awesome. That's wonderful.
Well,
Congratulations.
you know what's so funny? Oh, thank you guys.
That's a lot of budgeting and commitment.
Actually, it is. And back to what I was saying. So we drive cars that we only pay cash for, and most of the time, the majority of our cars have cost $3,000 or less. We have gotten a couple of vans. One was 5,000 and one was it 7 or 6?
Something like
I think
that.
one was 5 and one was 6.
One we got.
We drive cars that we only pay cash for. We don't go on a lot of vacations. We don't go on expensive vacations. We don't go to Disney every year. Let's see. We don't have any credit card debt. We don't use our credit cards to buy things we can't pay cash for. We use credit cards, but only to buy things like online or whatever, and we pay it off right away. We cook most of our meals at home. We eat leftovers.
Oh, no.
I'm surprised how many people just won't eat leftovers. We eat leftovers. We eat the food that we buy. And we don't just throw away leftovers.
Well, and one thing that I mentioned on my, because there's a point where I used to spend a lot, and I had debt when we got married on credit card, maybe a couple credit cards, I can't remember.
I don't know. I think it was just one.
And part of my change was delaying buying things. If there was something I wanted to buy, I would think, well, it took me a couple of times to figure this out, but because we were really restricted on our money. But I got to where I would think, oh, wow, I'm going to go buy this. And I was thinking, well, do I really need it today? Maybe I'll wait till next week and buy it. And I just kept pushing it back day after day and realizing, I don't think I really need this. Mm-hmm. And, it wasn't as exciting until we started paying off our credit cards and our medical bills, which we had years and years ago.
Yeah, guys, you have to realize that over the last 20 years,
second.
we've had like $70,000 in medical bills.
Yeah. But once we started paying those off and realizing how the process kind of accelerates as you go and you get excited about it, and then it became really exciting to see that. And the house, for a long time, I think life was up and down, a lot of things were happening, and we could have probably paid off more than we did at that time, but we didn't because I kept thinking, well, what if we need this for something else? But the problem is it just goes away to other things if you don't control it very well. So now what we've been doing is we've been saying, wow, what can we push off just a little bit more till we get this paid off?
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's paying a lot of medical bills, like $70,000 of medical bills over the history of our marriage.
Stormy says you should frame your last check. Yes.
Oh yeah, we should. Well, you can't send them a personal check. They only want a certified check. And another thing that we did was we bought like 90 to 95% of our clothes were purchased used. We only buy clothes at the thrift store, or I did buy this shirt new, but it was with a coupon and a sale and a clearance and all this kind of stuff. And so, yeah, so that was another thing that we did.
So Ramona said engine mounts aren't that hard to change. It's funny because BJ does a lot of stuff, and the guy told me, I think it's an engine mount, probably the one on the top. And he said, because it's the one on the top, it shouldn't be too hard to get to. Well, our son BJ is about to completely rebuild a car, and he's done it before. So I thought about just saying, hey, son, what would you charge us for the labor for you to put that in?
Well, and part of the reason we kept that car was to teach Dave, who's driving right now, how to drive a standard.
It's the clunkiest thing.
It's a stick shift automatic, not automatic, standard, manual, whatever you want to call it in your country, wherever you're at.
So on the soap orders, there are some that have not gone out because they're not cured yet. Right?
Yes. So if you haven't received your order, it's because you ordered a soap that is still curing. It was stated on that page when you ordered what day it will go out. So if you go back to the ordering page, unless it's sold out, I have taken some of them sold out, but the first ones are going out next week, okay? So if you ordered the cucumber melon, the first batch of the shea butter soap and shampoo bar, that's the first batch. I made 3 batches. The last batch of that will go out May 5th, okay? These will go out May 5th. This is the clean cotton.
So there's no reason we can't give, how much it was at the beginning, right?
Our mortgage?
Yeah.
No, you've told him before.
So, because somebody was asking how fast did we pay it off? We paid it off in 8
8 years.
years, but we put $60,000 down when we bought the house, and so the mortgage was $140,000 because we live in Colorado, where the mortgage ended up being more than the complete total price of the house we sold in Kansas.
Yeah.
So we put that down, and it took 8 years for us to pay off the 140, although the majority of it we paid in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Because the first 4 or 5 years we lived back in Colorado, I had gone from 2 jobs to 1 job, and we were kind of trying to make living on a dime go, and it wasn't doing too
And
well.
we were making $50,000 or less a year until 2 years ago.
And-
so yeah.
And when for the first couple of years, it was even less.
Yeah.
And the prices are a lot higher here than in Kansas. So we were being more hesitant about paying off. Because in Kansas, we thought, what are we doing? We started getting into paying it off. And we had paid quite a bit down on the house that we had there, which is what we put down on this house. So in 8 years, it was $140,000. Honestly, I do think, as I look back, probably could have done it a little more aggressively if we put our noses to the grindstone seriously about 2 years ago.
No,
More
but
so
we've
than
always paid on it.
we paid extra
Every
on it.
month we made sure, even if it was $5, we paid extra on it every single month, just to be in the habit of paying it off. And then when we would get like an income tax refund, or cars got damaged from hail, insurance check, we would put that on it. We would sell something, we would put that on it. So
Well, actually, it's funny because part of the reason we decided to pay it now was we were thinking, we keep looking for extras, and we had some in savings, and we were thinking, well, are we ready to do this? I don't know. And then because of where we live, our property has mineral rights, and we just randomly got a check from the oil company that is drilling underneath our land.
So we put that on
And
there.
we only own a little city lot, but
Yeah.
when
We
they
only
drill
want a
underneath our
quarter acre.
neighborhood, each house in the neighborhood gets a piece. Normally in Colorado, when you buy a house, they don't sell you those rights, so somebody else keeps them.
Yeah.
So we ended up with that, and so that was the last moment of us thinking, yay! So because I hear people say, when I get my tax refund, I'm thinking,
I'm gonna go buy a big screen TV.
put
We
it
didn't
on
do
your
that.
house.
We didn't do that.
Although we don't get tax refunds anymore, because we try to calculate it so that it works out to be exactly the same. So we
Oh.
get the money as we go.
But we usually have to pay.
Well, the last couple of years we've had to pay, yeah.
So this one, guy, is the lavender luxury with the Dead Sea salt on it. This one is the bedtime. Ooh, smells like Johnson's. The purple Johnson's baby stuff. That smells really good. And then I forgot to mention, I have the Dead Sea salt soap scrub bars. These are Dead Sea salt soap scrubby bars. And I got those 2 that I put on there. I'm telling you guys, I'm cleaning it all out. I'm getting as much sold as I can. So that is how we paid off our house. We'll probably do a whole, and and it's stuff like, I don't pay $25 to get my nails done. I don't pay $100 a month to get my hair done, as you can usually tell. But hey, I just go for it. I spend $2 and get hair color. Me and Claire all are good friends. And so that really adds up. If I had to go every month and get my hair done for $100, that's $1,200 a year. If I had to go every month and get my nails done, that's another couple of $100 a month or a year. Right there's $2,000 that you could spend paying off your mortgage.
Lizzie says, your house must be the sweetest smelling house on the block. Yes.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. We can, all the time, I feel bad because I'll be making soap, and Mike and the kids will walk in and they'll be like, oh, what'd you make us? Something smells so good. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It was soap.
So Lori, if you're talking about the discount on soap, there's a $30 minimum order for the 40% off. Mostly because the what it
It's
requires
shipping.
for Tar to ship
Yeah.
it is too much for that discount.
Yeah.
So for the book sale, there's no minimum order. Well, I mean, except for the price of the book. So
Ooh.
I'm sharing the links for those now because I wasn't sure which one you were talking about. But like Tara was saying on the soap one where the minimum order is $30, that if all you get is $30, then after the discount ends up being $18.
Yeah, like 18 or something like that. Okay, guys, look at those.
Ooh, they smell
Woo!
delish.
Aren't those yummy looking? Now, I forgot to have Mike put in there, but we do have an article on our website how to turn this basic muffin recipe into blueberry muffins, apple cinnamon muffins. This one's my rainbow soap on the homemadesoapmakingsupplies.com. And all the different varieties. You could do walnut, apple walnut if you wanted. Ooh, that one's pretty. So any banana, you could mash up a banana and put a banana in there if you want. All those different add-ins you can do. Isn't that cool? Look at it. Isn't that cool?
Oh, we should talk to our homeschool viewers and ask them the questions. Actually, Amanda said, I love how you guys focus on the important things in life and enjoy and appreciate what you have. Such a great lesson you're teaching your kids. Thank you.
Oh, did you guys hear that? We're teaching you good lessons. Did you hear that? We're teaching you good lessons.
Actually, they've told us some encouraging
by
things
paying
lately.
off our house. Ellie's like, whatever, mother.
What? I see somebody saying hi, Backwoods. Is Backwoods raised on? Spicy!
Hello!
Yay! He says,
Hey,
hello,
dude.
everyone. Hope everyone is getting ready for a fantastic Easter. That's Backwoods Raised on YouTube. We
Okay.
missed seeing you this year. So a lot of people are asking us what we're doing for Easter.
Well, I'll let you know Sunday morning. Honestly, I wish Easter would just go away this year. Isn't that
What?
horrible?
That is horrible.
I am so exhausted. The thought of doing anything for Easter just absolutely puts me over the edge. But
At the moment,
yesterday, I stopped making soap for this week. I had to go to the doctor today, but tomorrow, hopefully, I can get myself together. I don't know. What are we going to do for Easter? Maybe we should figure it
well,
out.
the only thing we know is we were going to go to our church has a Good Friday.
We do go to church.
A Good Friday and an Easter Sunday service, so we were going
Yeah.
to go to both of those. But except for that,
I don't know.
we don't know for sure.
I guess I'll
It's a little
maybe.
strange with the kids being older.
I guess I'll probably make a ham, I suppose. I don't know. We've gone out before for Easter, but I don't know. Going out to eat is, I don't know. It's getting kind of
Kind of crazy.
bad.
Oh, Ms. T, you're speaking our language. She says, have you ever been to Banff? Lake Louise would be a nice honeymoon trip for you two. Oh,
Banff.
yes.
Isn't that
In
Canada?
British Columbia? Oh.
Yeah, that was one
We
of the
haven't-
places we wanted to
No,
go,
is
wasn't
it in BC?
I think it is. I thought it was.
Actually, I suddenly got confused because we have been to Penticton. Or, wait, did we both go to Penticton or just
No,
me?
you did. Hey,
Honestly,
Jack,
I
come
want to go
here.
to Canada so much. I think it would be.
Oh, it's in Alberta. Oops, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, all of our
Hey,
Canadian
Dave, are
friends.
you going to taste test? Okay, come taste test.
But we would love to go. Actually, it's funny because it sort of is reminiscent of Estes Park here, although I've heard it's prettier in Banff. I hope I said
Chocolate
it
chip
right.
muffin.
But I have been to Penticton, BC, which I know is not as high country as Banff. But anyway, yeah, that would be something we would love to do. And we could actually drive there from here in not that much time.
I like it.
Well, that was a long hesitation. You silly goose. So
I
the
couldn't
doctor.
decide.
So the doctor today said, "Mom, for her headaches to go away, needs more hugs and kisses." What do you think? Dad, he doesn't think I need more hugs and kisses for my headaches to go away. So,
Oh, Crystal, I was wondering how much they saved by paying it off early. Probably about $100,000.
well, I think it's more than that. I think it was like $300 we were gonna pay in the end.
Might have been, well, we paid some interest in the 8 years though. We probably saved $100,000 to $120,000 by
Probably.
paying it off early.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, when you buy a house, most people don't read the disclosure papers, but they tell you, hey, this $150,000 house you have is going to cost you $400,000 after 30 years of making payments on the schedule we have.
Yeah.
And so if you pay it off, especially if you pay off a lot extra in the early years, then you'll save a ton of interest.
Well,
over
and
the
think
time
about
there.
this. Okay, so think about this. We worked really, really hard paying off our house, but if you earned $50,000 a year and you save $100,000 on your house, that is 3 years almost that you do not have to work to pay for your house. You could take off 3 years worth of work.
Is it page 65 on the classic book?
I don't know.
You said. I think it's page 65, Susan.
So that's 3 years that you wouldn't have to pay if you save $100,000, because it's not let's say you earn $50,000 a year. You're not just paying $50,000. You're actually only getting like $35,000 or $40,000 because you have to pay all those taxes on top of that. This is after tax money, not before tax money. So like if you buy a brand new car for $25,000 and you spend $35,000 or $40,000 with the interest and the extra taxes and the extra tags and all that and the extra insurance, did I say that? You could take off a full year of work if you drive a $3,000 car versus a $25,000 car with payments. Why would you do that to yourself? And I think of people who are earning like $15, $20 an hour, and they go and buy a $25,000 new car. Okay, get the calculator quick so we
Wait,
can make
what?
sure I do this right.
Wait, a regular calculator or
Just doesn't matter.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
so let's say you buy a $25,000 car and it costs you, how much would, probably $35,000, $40,000 you think? Probably $35,000 at least for interest.
for a
and
$25,000 car?
yeah, for interest and extra tags and extra insurance
Well, I'm sure,
and
but
all
I
of
was
that.
thinking, do people even get $25,000 cars anymore?
Okay, so a $30,000 car.
Okay.
And so it'd be what, $45,000 probably by the time they pay all that extra, I bet.
I would.
I
take
would
a
think
shot in
so.
the dark guess
Okay,
and
so let's say
yeah.
45,000. Clear it. Do 45,000
$45,000?
divided by
Oh.
$20 an hour.
$20 an hour.
Yep, equals.
Oh.
You have to work 2,250 hours. Divide that by 40.
Well, that. Yeah, 2080. Oops. Wait, did we
I think
that
you
right?
did that wrong.
How much was it again?
I don't remember.
22
$2,250, I think is what it was.
divided by
40 hours a week.
It's 56 weeks.
But that's before taxes. So then you have to pay taxes on that money.
Before
So-
you can pay it off.
So that is
it
like a
actually costs
year
even
and
more.
3 or 4 months that you're working just to pay for that car. You could take off an entire year and 3 months if you didn't
Oh.
buy the new car.
Marie, what else do you think you will make to go with ham looking for ideas? If you go to livingonadime.com right now, which is our website, on the front page, I put some articles the other day about menus and ideas for Easter Day.
Yeah.
And
We have like 3 Easter menus, 2 or 3 Easter menus on there. It's
like,
on the front page, livingonadime.com. Mom made up a couple of Easter menus there.
we have Easter brunch recipes, menu and ideas.
We have other Easter recipes.
There's
We need to-
another.
oh,
there's
oops.
another post that has 1 or 2 recipes that's not yet.
Oh, okay.
on there.
And then
Or, I mean,
tomorrow
it's on
we'll,
there, but
we'll
it's
put the other
older
one
than
up tomorrow. But what would I fix with ham dinner? I would probably fix out of here honey baked ham with mashed potatoes. I would probably just do basics, dinner rolls, my really good green broccoli salad. It's broccoli with some chopped up red onion, a little bit of sugar, like 2 tablespoons of sugar, mayo, and a little bit of onion, garlic, and salt. Onion powder, garlic powder, and salt. Put that all together, put it in the fridge and let it cook. Then I would make something like that really yummy Jell-O salad. a container, a big container of cottage cheese, a package of whatever flavor jelly you want. Orange, strawberry, cherry, they all work. Matching fruit to go with it. So let's say you're doing orange, a can of mandarin oranges, drained, and then a thing of Cool Whip. Mix all that together, super yummy. Then you could just do something like green beans, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Oh, Laura, I'm sorry you're spinning it by yourself.
You should come here.
Yeah. Maybe that's
Actually,
what we need to start doing is having an Easter get-together.
Part of the thing is, like, we were going to take the older kids kind of are halfway. I mean, they still live here, but we don't see them as much. Like, they almost don't, like, it's almost like they don't live here sometimes. And so,
It's like their Airbnb.
a lot of the stuff during the regular day, we don't do as much with them these days. So we were kind of thinking, because last week there was an Easter egg hunt at the church, and we took Jack, and we were kind of part of that.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, it just, except for going to church.
Yeah.
There's not a lot else that's really. I guess think we're not really in the mood to have something huge because we don't have a lot of family here.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so the doctor today, let me tell you what happened with that. Have you tried? You're changing your diet? Yes, Kayla, I have done every diet there is. I've done an elimination diet. I've done paleo. I've done GAPS. I've done SCD. I've done low histamine. I've done low oxalate. I've done diabetic. I've done it all. Yes, some foods do make it worse for me, so I try to cut those out. But so the doctor today, I went to the neurologist. He said that so this is supposedly one of the top neurologists in Colorado, apparently. And he said that it's kind of funny, actually. So I'm getting an MRI on Friday to make sure that there's not a narrowing of my spine. No one has checked that in the 30 years I've been sick. So they're going to check to make sure I don't have a narrowing of the spine. In the meantime, he wants me to start taking CBD oil again. I tried it once, but he told me to cut the dose way, way back and take a quarter of it. But it was hilarious because what's that for? Because, I sent it.
I'm the person who sends things. You sent it already?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
I am with it.
All right.
You don't give me credit. Yes. Oh, thanks, Gene. See, Tara for president. Get it together, people. Tara 2020. Let's all write it in, shall we? That would be hilarious if I ended up becoming president because everybody wrote me in. But anyway, so he wants me to take the CBD oil in small amounts and try that. He said that there is no medical studies done on that, but that he has patients who have a whole bunch of problems and it just really helps a lot of people. He also told me that because we were kind of thinking the functional medicine doctor stuff that I had been doing was a huge waste of money. He said, they are years ahead of Western medicine, so that wasn't a waste. And Mike doesn't think it helped, but I know it helped me at least 50%. It got me off the couch and able to do things. Now, I'm not cured, but I am able to be functioning and not just laying like a zombie on the couch all the time. And so after the MRI, we will make sure that I don't have MS and that I don't have a narrowing of the spine. And if that's the case, then we're going to go to the next step after that. So that's where we're at with that.
Tora, it says in Norway we have Easter now. When do you get holiday in the U.S.? We do not have any store open before next week.
Whoa.
You know, in the U.S., it's
the US
changed
does
a lot.
not do Easter properly.
We used to have Easter holiday here, but they've stopped doing it in most people in the U.S.
Yeah.
Which is funny because when Ellie and I were in Ireland, it was like a 10-day extravaganza, which was really cool.
Yeah.
We really liked that.
That actually would be nice. They don't even close stores now. It's really sad, actually. And when I say I don't want Easter to happen, it's just that I'm so tired. I don't feel like
What she
another
means
holiday
is
right now.
She just doesn't want to have to prepare a lot of things for
I don't
want to
have to cook Easter dinner. You know, I don't want to do any of that stuff and go shopping and
But
you know what I mean. So
it'll probably
Anyway.
be a fairly low-key weekend for us, which
if my
is maybe as it
grandparents,
should be.
yeah, if my grandparents aren't doing anything, we might take Easter dinner over to them, maybe.
And I think Dave and I were going to go up to the mountains on Saturday.
Okay,
And-
ask him your homeschool question.
Oh, so homeschool people. I
Uh-oh.
suddenly had this revelation the other day that Dave is guaranteed me he's not going to be a scientist. And I got to thinking with the requirements, what are the requirements for some of these classes that we're doing? Because he's doing college level chemistry. And I wanted him to have chemistry to kind of learn, you know, basic concepts of chemistry that are useful in life, but college level chemistry is overkill. And I was thinking the same thing with physics. Just a little bit of light physics would be great, but not college level physics for somebody who doesn't want to do anything related to that. And so I suddenly started thinking, man, we should try to revise what we're doing. And then I got to thinking, he finished a high school grammar class and has a literature class he's supposed to start, but he's already had literature in an advanced middle school and then in a regular high school. So he's had 2 years of that. And I was thinking, I kind of would rather have him learn writing for business, because we realized for us, we really regret that we did not have any training in business before we started
what's the
doing
question?
this. So the question I was thinking is there a particular reason why you shouldn't, if you're homeschooled, that you shouldn't flex that to be something that's more adaptable to their actual future lives?
No, that's why we're homeschooling.
So it just occurred to me, wow, we don't necessarily have to be, because right now we're using BJU Press homeschool stuff, and it's geared for heavy college prep.
Bob Jones University, woo.
But at the moment, he doesn't know that he actually wants to go to college because he wants to be an entrepreneur.
If I do any kind of school after this, it'd be a trade school.
So the idea is I would like him to have enough to be able to get into a college if he changes his mind. But, you know, he's not likely to do anything super huge with that. And he's already at the level where he could probably pass those tests.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about completely revamping school for next year to be more of a business school.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I'm just curious what your thoughts were if you're homeschool. Have you gone completely off the track? Because
Yeah.
I realized other people are doing that, and I don't know why it didn't occur to me. But almost a year into it, I was thinking, wait, why are we still doing it that way if we don't have to? And partly, I looked on the high school guidelines in Colorado, and I realized this is the bare minimum. But I was looking to see how much of each subject was required, and I happened to see a thing that said he has to be able to pass the state assessments with the 13th percentile or higher in order to be able to graduate. And I was thinking, 13th percentile.
I could do that right now in every class.
If he's not at least 85 or 90, I would be very disappointed.
I could do that with my eyes closed, literally.
And I think
Just click
he's
it.
way beyond that already. So I mean, obviously we want to have him do some useful stuff in the next 2 years. But I was just trying to think, how can we apply it in a way that would seriously accelerate his future life, so that it doesn't take him 10 years to figure out what he's doing.
So while you guys are answering that, on homemadesoapmakingsupplies.com, $30 minimum, which is like $18 when you're done. 40% sale is the coupon code. 40% sale. Okay. This one's my lavender luxury Dead Sea salt. Love it. My Dead Sea salt bar right here. This one's peach. I have lavender. I have cucumber melon. I have clean cotton. Just so you guys can see, I have bedtime. Doesn't that smell good?
Yes.
Love it. So
Wow, this is awesome. Thank you, everybody. We're getting a lot of yes to that.
yes
Focus
to
on
what?
Yes,
yeah,
do that.
see,
Adjust
we're-
it. Focus
we're
on
of the
business courses,
mind-
marketing, accounting, advertising, business law.
We're of the mind that every student, I don't care who you are or what you're doing with your life, every student should have a year's worth of marketing and business and marketing classes
I've already had that.
before they graduate high school, because you need it for everything. You need to know how to market yourself to get a job.
Well, that's the thing. I graduated with a degree in radio, TV, film, which I think my parents would rather have me gone in engineering, and to be honest, that might have been smarter in a income area. But I did use the degree, but my first 5 or so years out of college, I realized I have no idea how I'm going to get a job. And it was kind of shocking, and I know a lot of kids go through that now, especially at school. I think our college is even less focused on it now than they did when I was there, that someday you're going to want to take this degree and get a job. So it's not good enough to learn a profession.
Well, I don't think
You need to learn a profession, and then you need to learn skills to take what you've learned and actually convert it into an income in the real world.
I don't think many schools teach you to pay taxes or anything. Like, they're teaching us how to do polynomials and stuff like that. But I still haven't learned how to pay taxes at all.
Well, I was thinking, of course, I did end up on an engineering track for 1 year in college before I changed. But I was thinking, I had calculus and differential equations in math. I had AP literature. And some people say, oh, yeah, it'll help you appreciate things and be more well-rounded. Yeah, I mean, the thing on the literature is, if I eventually probably would have gotten to like to read it just because anyway. And I don't know that those things necessarily helped me make money and be able to support a family, which is kind of what I thought was a big part of education. So we were thinking, now we've kind of completely reconfigured our lives to go from regular job to entrepreneurship, and I can't imagine being able to go back or wanting to, really. And so with them, we've tried to really encourage them to think in that way for themselves, because I think the world is changing, and I think being dependent on the company to always keep a job that's going to be helpful for you is less and less certain.
So guys, homemadesoapmakingsupplies.com. Coupon code is 40% sale. It's $30 before the coupon code without the shipping. It's like $18 and then shipping. And I do refund extra shipping. So if there is extra shipping, I refund it. So it is $30 minimum before shipping, which is about $18 when you use the 40% sale coupon.
Lisa said, I received your cookbook, was wondering if I could alter the pudding recipe to make lemon pudding. I've been looking for a good one.
Just put in some either lemon extract, a little bit of lemon juice, or lemon zest, or all of the above if you want.
Let's see. Somebody else asked a question about the recipe. What was it? Well, one person asked if the recipe is in the original edition of the book. It's in both editions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It seems like there was another question about the recipe, though. Mary said, hi, guys. Love your recipes. Just gave your book to my son, who is single father of a 13-year-old boy. I'm sure they will be very thankful. Because as a guy who's cooked from this book, it's really made it easier.
Mm-hmm. Oh, never mind. I gotta say it.
Where was the thing about the muffins? I think somebody else asked something about the muffins. A lot of people talking about everything, how beautiful all those things were.
Beulah, I would cut your hair for free.
Yes. Oh, for the people talking about... Oh, I think I already addressed that on the car. Jackie says, my husband would weld that engine right up. Actually, I didn't think BJ has an arc welder. We should have him just weld it. I knew somebody...
the gas out of the car first.
I knew somebody once who wired it with baling wire, and when he took it to the mechanic, because it was an emergency thing, and when he took it to the mechanic, he was like out in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere. We took it to the mechanic, and the mechanic said, yes, Darlene, Buster is walking around the kitchen. Took it to the mechanic, and the mechanic said, that's probably going to hold better than the bolt. So,
Aw, Tura, 2 years ago she was in the hospital during Easter. And she saw us. Aw.
Oh, I'm
Hey,
glad you're better. That was when
by the
Ellie and I
way-
were out of the country. We were close to you, Turid.
So, actually, have you heard from Heidi over there? We haven't seen or heard from her for a long, long time. We were just wondering if she was okay. Email me or message me on Facebook, will you?
And also tell her that we've been asking about her.
The book is livingonadime.com. 25% off with a free menus on a dime. That's the menu plans. Right here, menu plans. They go with the recipes in Dining on a Dime, okay?
But today is the last day on that sale,
yeah,
so if
so
you
you
want
don't have to think about dinner. The menu plans to go with Dining on a Dime.
Yeah.
And,
Actually, Ms. T, do you have junior achievement in your area? We do, I think, and I did it when I was younger. It's funny because I was thinking about part of what we were doing. I thought about, we pay him for some of the work he does for us on the business, but I was thinking about actually...
when he works.
When he does it. But I was thinking about actually making some of... I was thinking for school of actually giving him a specific set of responsibilities and kind of teaching him about a lot of what we're doing and how we're doing it and how it's all working, and then structuring some sort of a grading scale and incorporating that into the program, because I got to thinking some of this is real life. Like if I had him do writing, then maybe after doing some of the writing according to a book plan, I could have him rewrite, the page that explains what Dining on a Dime is, or rewrite some of the other things that we have to do. I just think that would be helpful for him.
I mean, I've had consumer writing.
Yeah.
Susan, I think it's it's page 65 in the classic book.
We have an index. Just look it up in the index. Kathy, I don't know.
Kathy, I shipped it today. Sorry, was that what you were going to ask?
Okay, there you go. Okay, one.
I saw your name as I was packing it, so there you go.
How were you able to get a truck, even old expensive? I need a truck. Well, our truck has been passed down from the family. It was my grandfather's, then Mom bought it, and then it's technically Mom's truck. We used it to move out here, and we just haven't paid to move it back to her yet. But if you keep looking, you can find cheaper ones. You just kind of have to really keep looking. What do I think about Dollar Tree stores and the 99-cent food? Well, here's the thing. I would say if you just don't... First of all, it's not necessarily a good deal because their packages are a lot smaller. And I have found 9 times out of 10 I can get a better deal at my Kroger King Supers is what it's called here. But at my Kroger affiliated store here with stuff on sale. I will tell you... just because of the stories that my mom had growing up in Japan when they were in the military, I have issues with eating food that doesn't come from the United States, I'll be honest. I don't know. I know we have the FDA, and I don't really sit and think about it a lot. But if I have a choice between USA grown food and foreign grown food, like China, Mexico, that kind of thing, I will pick USA food. I will pick.
That was
US
Ellie's hand
That was
having a
Ellie's.
cameo.
We showed you Ellie's cameo. I would pick USA food anytime, but for me, if you have a Dollar Tree, you probably have a grocery store that will have the food for just as cheap. So I had actually thought about doing a series of videos on cooking from the Dollar Tree, but.
Amy, I can't wait to get my book. Hope it comes before Easter. Thank you for all your ideas. I don't know how long ago you ordered it, but you should receive an email. Everyone who orders should receive an email from us when it's shipped, which is usually the day after you order it, unless it's really early in the morning.
Or if we have
if we had a big glut, it could be later. But right now we're right on top of it. And just when we started the show, there were like 15 orders that needed to be shipped. And so those will ship tomorrow. So if you ordered any a while back and you didn't get an email with the tracking number, let us know.
So it takes 10 business days. If you do not receive your book in 10 business days, please email us or look up your tracking number. We send a tracking number out with every order. It may be caught in your spam filter, so look there. Yeah, what pots and pans and knives do I use? Let's see. The knife I got off of Amazon. I don't know, it was like 25 bucks. Pans, I just get the cheap ones at Walmart.
Oh, your Kroger store.
Thank you, Diane. So let's see if I can find Diane's other comment. She said, OMG, love your husband, but he smiles too much. Can't be that happy.
He's not.
I'm very extroverted, though. I really like the... Actually, I smile a lot. I wouldn't say that I'm always happy by any means. Hey, but I'm more positive being out and about than being facing the book too much.
Yeah. Mike smiles a lot in public, but at home he's not always.
Smile at home.
You do, but you're
sometimes,
not always.
But sometimes I am. What?
You're not always Mr. Smiley that everybody thinks you are.
Well, that's true.
Sometimes he's head on fire and steam going out of you.
Okay, guys, please don't forget to check out livingonadime.com. 25% off Dining on a Dime cookbook and a free Menus on a Dime. Don't add this to your cart. We're just throwing it in. Please go check out homemadesoapmakingsupplies.com. Coupon code 40% sale. And it's until I run out. I only have a limited number of stuff, guys. Limited number of the Dead Sea Salt body scrubs. Limited number of the gun soaps. Mother's Day sale is the book coupon code. And for those of you wondering, we did have school canceled today. If you saw the news, and the lady that they were concerned about ended up taking her own life, unfortunately. So that is not a concern for us here in Colorado anymore. So for those of you who watch the news, they did cancel school for us. So that was a very interesting, situation. But
we were surprised to get the call in the middle of the night saying no school tomorrow.
But guns don't kill people. People kills people. So what can you do? You know what? So.
But it was good that they paid attention to the fact that.
Yes, it was good that they were paying attention and were concerned.
Turin says, yes, Heidi is okay, and she has gotten a lovely service dog.
Oh, yay. I was hoping she was okay. We just hadn't seen her for a while, so I was hoping she was all right. All right, guys, we will see you guys on Monday. Please have a happy Easter.
Yes, please do.
And we will see you on Monday.
And I didn't see any of our Jewish friends on here, but happy Passover.
It's Passover soon?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I thought Passover was in between Good Friday and in between Easter, so it's like Saturday?
I should check.
Hang on. Wait, now I have to Google this.
And we'll go out singing, Up from the grave he arose with the mighty triumph for his foes.
It begins the evening of Friday, and apparently it ends the evening of April 27th.
Oh, that's right. Friday. Hello. Duh. I should have known that. I did know that. So, okay.
Oh, so happy Passover to all our Jewish friends, and happy Easter to...
And happy Easter.
Yeah. Happy Easter,
Hooray.
everybody.
Yes, he has risen indeed. All right. Well, thank you very much. Oh, did you disconnect us already? He's counting down.
Say goodbye.
Bye. We appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Actually, we're talking about the smiling. I forgot there's something I saw that said